Hi, everybody. Welcome to my Graygarden settlement, which will be a multi-part series. We're going to dive right into the tour, which will involve looking at three areas of the building in daytime and nighttime, namely the kitchen, the inn, and the tavern. Afterwards, we will talk about some of the influences for the build and do a deconstruction of some of the areas, so stick around for that. But in the meantime, let's just get to it.
apples, won't even have one. What's left of me? I'll do without romance. It's not so romantic anymore. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Love is table salt and I exalt. I wish I could tell you half the things that I thought. Why would I torment you so? What does it mean to you when I say I think the world of you?
Sometimes I care to
Sometimes I care to
so
know.
I just sit here in front of the screen.
Happily I might add. Are you feeling as well as can be expected? Nothing is the same now.
Same as it's ever been.
Started out one and I ended up close, and yet I answered it saying
She's gonna hurt me.
self-fulfilling prophecy.
It seems so unlikely.
Love is table salt and I exalt. Wish I could tell you half the things that I thought. Why would I torment you so? So can you answer me this, Jenny Jones? Why you ruined a quiet boy's
Just
day?
leave me alone.
Will the days on the calendar mean anything next year? 2 years ahead, that traitor, smarter than the other kids, but matured so much later. The first one, he's 19, just wanted to say mere words without meaning them. Haven't been correct yet, haven't had to correct you yet. Wouldn't want to try that yet, shouldn't need to try that yet.
It's not fair that I have to live here without you. It's not fair, but the world doesn't care at all. It's not fair that this one of the room is empty. But who cares? The day I don't do 6 feet tall. Whether cats on the counter or your serious face, I'd like to admit to losing with some grace. Who's next makes me sick to contemplate what's best. Wish I knew it all, could fix it all. My best guess is that you and I should be together. What's the rest? It feels so bad to withdraw. I miss sitting in the parking lots getting drunk. Never made half the movies. I'd drive across the stage just to see your face and kept all the notes that you drew me. It's not fair that I have to live here without you. It's not fair, but the world doesn't care at all. It's not fair that this bottle of vodka is empty. But who cares? Today I don't feel 6 feet tall. Whether cats on the counter or your serious face, I like to admit to losing with some grace.
own self-esteem. Everything I've done, you shrugged off your shoulders. These weight of my goals, orange rocks, they are boulders. Sometimes I feel like you take me for granted, and I feel like tearing out all this grass which we planted. You make me feel like what I want is so wrong, like I'm selfish for fitting in where I belong. I sacrificed everything I had in this life, which included this relationship which was lost inside strife. So then the next time you think you can manipulate me, take a close look inside you, and then you will see the angel inside you has an evil alter ego and shows its ugly face almost every place that you go.
Hi everyone, welcome to the final part of the video, which is where we discuss some of the build influences and deconstruct some of the construction. I hope you enjoyed the torture and slaughter of the settlers as much as I did, although you can see that they are back. The whole build took about 39 hours. And there are thousands of pieces. It involves a lot of layering of different pieces to create the wall textures. We used a lot of barricades here, and I was inspired by some of the things that Great Grandpa Gamer did with them. Grandpa Lancer also inspired me in a couple of areas. One of them was this stove setup. And we had some discussions on Reddit about how to get them at the right level. These counters are the dog cages, because dog food is easier to get than softshell Mirelurk. Old Rusty has used the big cages to great effect for some time, and I thought I would try to use the smaller ones for various things. Here's another thing I really loved from one of Grandpa Lancer's videos, which is this dish rack. It's just genius. I love it. What a touch. And this is all just a lot of layering, one over the other, because I did not want any wall to look like any other. This store is supposed to look like a butcher block. So between different wall textures and barricades and signs, junk fences, layered in as many different ways as I could, I came up with the effect of an old building. I'm certainly not the first to layer pieces, but I was trying to come up with some of my own unique takes on the process, which is what you always want to do. You take old processes and see what new things you can do with them. And as we destroy the build, these are just pillar glitch shells. You see that a lot. And lots and lots and lots of meticulous item placement. Some of these pieces did snap in, but 90% of them were pillar glitched. I like the layered floor effect that Tango and Caps always does, so I tried to incorporate a lot more of that. And this staircase took forever. Each stair piece was pillar glitched into place one at a time, as were every one of these wall pieces. Because it was a weird shape, it had to be custom built. Wall track supports, that was another thing I threw in there often. And so when I got up here and built the floor pieces, I used scaffolding as templates to line up to the edge of the stairs, and I just expanded on that. And a lot of the floor pieces are also pillar glitched. A lot of them would not snap because there's some terrain underneath here up at the top. They're rocks. And Lemmy's wire glitch is an awesome thing to include. You can see some other builder names flash by at the top where I took some inspiration, like putting the light inside the TV to provide some interesting lighting. And we did have to work around the rocks up here. This bed was inspired by Fallout Myth's last video. And I will put all the users and builders and videos that inspired in the comments so you can check those out, as well as the contest winners, which I did on Reddit and YouTube. So everyone that took the time to comment and make a suggestion will be in the description. We can just work our way through here and destroy stuff so we can see what made it up. I really love the shelves as boards. It's really, there aren't many horizontal options in this game. Settlement building really seemed like pretty much an afterthought. I would like to see it be a much bigger part of Fallout 5. I'm a person who prefers to make their own narrative rather than rely on generic ones provided by developers. And there we can see just how prominently the barricades feature. And some of those barricades will snap onto wall pieces. So you can snap a bunch on and then pillar glitch the whole thing as a unit into the wall. And this bar area is all custom built just by random pieces. And thank you, Bethesda, who hasn't had that happen. I actually get a lot of game crashes when I'm deleting. And so all of this bar area were trunks and shells and a workshop. I've seen a few people do some cool things with the workshops to make them look like kegs or distilleries. And it has become popular to use these posters as mirrors, which I saw first in a Schooled Zone video a long time ago. There honestly would be too many things to list regarding Schooled Zone's influence. I love these conveyor belt pieces. They look very industrial. They add a nice effect to pretty much any build. And our fence is just sunken junk fence. And you'll notice also there are no settlers here. I wanted them out of the way for this build. They're all up in the stocks. When I do the full settlement, there will be settlers everywhere, I promise. There are 29 of them up there. And I will have them at the bars and in the kitchen and frequenting the area. I already started adding cats and dogs. You also have to be careful of them because they will knock stuff off too. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by and checking out the build. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate every view and every second that you have spent viewing my content.